Howdy, y'all. I love the Podling jams. Those guys know how to jam, you know? Sometimes you just need a good jam out. Doesn't have to be anything sophisticated or crazy, just good, folksy jam song. The Podlings know how to do that. Hello, Melanie. Welcome back from the swamps with food. Excellent. Real quick, before we begin getting right into the game, I did want to show you guys some stats. So I'd been talking about making up some stats and doing things like that, and I had some assistance in doing that, actually. Jahan, who comments, I don't think he's made it to any of the live streams, but he does comment a lot after the show. Let me see here. So I showed you guys my kind of number crunching. So he crunched some of his own numbers. Welcome, Pokegirl. Hey, 525 lines. I see you in the comments on my normal videos a lot. I've not seen you wander these parts yet, so welcome. Welcome. Although you did help me with the setup of when I first started when I was doing the test for this, so thank you for your help. I take it that the Podling socks in the trinket section of the store keeps you from being hypnotized by the Chamberlain. Oh, the soiled Podling socks? Yes. Soiled Podling socks are kind of like that little, that little smelling salt you crack open and sniff and it wakes you up. It's kind of funny. There's a soiled Podling sock that keeps you from doing that. I'll show you that here in a sec. Real quick though, I did want to show you the numbers that he crunched. It gives a good indicator of what each person is at level 5, and all the levels go up by pretty steady numbers, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, depending on what it is, but they're always consistently go up. So if they're a soldier, this is how it works, scout or mender, depending on what you do, because it does change. As you can see, your HP drastically, not drastically, but by 20-ish points goes up if you're a soldier. Sorry, I have a problem with that word. And you can see your magic, however, goes up a lot more if you are a mender. Like the MP here, in Gurgen's case, which he's low magic, would be 225. Normally it's just 68 if he tries to go for anything else. Some people already start off with higher magic. You can take an example like Brea. He kind of has it outlined here, like who's kind of ideal in what situations. So even as a soldier, she's already at 92, or Brea's at 104. She has one of the highest MPs. So when he switched her over to a mender, she's already at 261. It's crazy. So anyways, he put these together. I will link to this in the description. He's linked to it on my comments, so I assume he'll be cool with it. But here's just all the number crunching and things like that if you really want to get into the stats. I, of course, am not going into it that far because I'm kind of trying to keep the theme alive and whatnot. So let's get to the game. Yeah, real quick. Are we going to ignore the Landstrider in the room? No, we're not going to ignore the Landstrider in the room. What Melanie is referring to is in yesterday's comic. Well, let me just say, her name's Dakota, but her username there is Melanie. She constantly brings up questions about gelfling and bathing habits and bath things and this and that, because a lot of those things we haven't had answered. We do see when Naya goes to another clan, they want her to not smell like a swamp, and so they have her bathe in the river. And so that seemed like a normal thing. I assume different clans have different habits. Well, if you saw yesterday's new comic, let me switch it back over to my big camera here. If you saw yesterday's new comic, then you saw it's all about Hup and his friend Barfinius here. Let me actually grab this copy. And I totally blame her. She constantly asks questions about bats, and then look at what we got. It's completely absurd. And it's her fault. I don't know who else to blame. Where is it? Let me just Yep. So those two guys on the cover, there they are. Barfinius and Hup. Yep, and Hup is in like a pot, and so my theory was that they were making potato soup. That was just a joke, though. They're not making potato soup. They're taking good care of their heroes, but it's really funny that that's even a thing. And I just feel like if she just keeps asking questions, depending on what it is, they might just make it in a comic, It happens, so. Yeah, crazy stuff. So, alright, let's get to the game here. The vid keeps pausing. Oh no. I'm not seeing issues on my side. I do see... Well, let me double check my connection. Yep, that's normal. My numbers look right. It's not. You'll usually tell me if I have some kind of delay. Let's just go and see how it does. Hope for the best. Maybe what happened is that I was showing the Gelfling and Podling tub stuff, and they were just like, nope, we're not going to have any of that. I don't even know. Alright, onward. Onward. I hate the spin ball of death. What is the spin ball of death? Alright, well, hopefully it doesn't keep happening. It's saying my numbers are normal. Stream quality is very good. All's green on my side. 30 frames per second. Only using 3% of my CPU. Alright, let's get to this. So we last left off. We just recruited Pumbo. He is our Gelfling musician. I like to call him the prodigy, musical prodigy Pumbo, that is. He's a talented musician, and he apparently makes the fans swoon. It's just, I would love to see a full-on Gelfling concert. You know, usually they just kind of more folk singing along, like bar singing, everyone joining together. I'd love to see a proper performance, but anywho. I also did want to change him to be his second job as... oh, you know, he's not even up as high as a tamer. Oh, he can still call a Nurlock. So I'm actually going to change his main job to that, because I want him to get that secondary ability. Whoa, he gets a really weird hat when he does that. Poor guy. Ha! And this guy... Oh! That's how they get that eyeglass thing. It has a weird shading on it. When they're the Potion Master. Now, I think a cosplay of this would be cool. That's a really cool... Because it's kind of steampunkish... Podling. Like, this is like a Dark Crystal steampunk mix right here. Like, there it is for you. Like, this is just begging to be cosplayed. Alright, but I'm going to primarily set him as a tamer. Secondarily set him as his mad guitar skills. So let me quickly change him to summon that pet. And let me change his secondary jobs to... I do like that, and I do want his big guitar solo. Let me see... I thought he had one where randomly grant between 2 or 4 positive statuses to an adjacent ally. Grant all allies MP. Inflict blind. I thought he had an ability where he gives himself a bonus, or does that just happen when you're a musician? Where did I read that? I don't know. Alright, we'll just stick with that. Let's make sure all his stuff is as good as it can get. And there we go. Alright, onward to battle. He started off really high. So where are we today? Stonewood Liberation. Alright, let me look at the chat real quick. There was one game, I think it was the last game I played. No, you guys were just going. You guys were going at it, and I couldn't catch up, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I do love interacting, so... Kind of lucky Rise Fedge. I was disappointed they didn't get... Yeah, that Hup was in that pot, taking a bath. Potato soup. I'm just saying that it was potato soup. Count, did you get a chance to read the newest comic yet? By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance comic that released yesterday. So, it's the second part of the 4-part Hup prequel. It starts about 30 years previous to Age of Resistance. Darjabo, welcome. He is a podling. When a vid lags and there's a white circle signaling it's loading, I call it the spin ball of death. Oh, because it's only... Oh, I understand. Yeah, it may be a YouTube issue. On my side, it's giving me all green, so I don't know. I'll just keep going. Alright. Rion. Stone in the wood. It's been completely abandoned. The Stonewood are held at the Crystal Castle. The Ascendancy shall help you free them. Oh, they're on my team now. Oh, that's right. We had that talk when we were back in the caves. We should search the wilderness. Surely a few managed to escape. Ooh, oh, wow. This one's titled AoR Sacrifice. We're going to go check the wooded clearing first, kind of just follow the path. Far from home, wooded clearing. The heroes must rescue a pair of Stonewood gelfling under attack by darkened creatures. Ooh, is this level 37? Seems high for me. I think I need to actually spend some time leveling up. Okay, last time I looked at guys that were blue here and was like, oh look, this guy's a healer and this guy's a scout, so I'm going to pick other classes that they ran off before the first turn. That was super shady. So I am going to start off with Pombo. Man, this level seems really high, and it seems now we're kind of in a conjoined party where this is happening because we're heading towards the castle. So I feel like anyone is okay to use right now. I will get Gurjin. He's one of my tankiest. Kylan is strong, and I'm going to go with Deet. I think that leaves me with no res, though. Let's see, because he doesn't have res, right? I may not use this little guy. I may not use him. Sorry, little dude. Huff's one of my strongest attackers, too. Or should I get Brea? Or Riquier? Well, let's assume they stay, because it does say I'm rescuing them. So let's... Oh, and it says the heroes must rescue a pair of Stonewood, so they're probably going to stay. Let's see what they have. They have a basic heal, but again, no resing. My Kylan doesn't have any resing either. Okay, in that case, I'm actually going to take Brea. Well, my Naya has some res, so we'll stick with her. And we'll get another... Well, we'll stick with Pombo. We'll see what he can do. Weird, strange team. Ah, and here is a new character pin. Help! We're surrounded! Hold on, we're coming to help you. Oh, I should have picked Gurjin. Alright, Orla. That reminds me of the turtle character from Neverending Story. Orra? What's her name? Oh, that's gonna bug me. It's like Orra. By the way, if you have not read the Neverending Story book, it is a must-read. I know if you're a Dark Crystal fan, you probably grew up watching that movie as well, Neverending Story. Voice of Silence, 3 Gadget Gates, The Old Man Wandering Mountain, Desert Colors. What is her name? Star Cloister. I know one of the chapters is named after that turtle. Someone help me out here. What's that turtle's name? It's going to drive me nutty. Oh, Morla. Morla the Aged One. Morla the Aged One. Oh, she's got a really cool picture in here too. Let me just show you that real quick. It's so good. Oh man, I'm so distracted today. I'm never going to get through one mission. 43. Ah, here it is. Orla the Aged One. Oh, it's so little bitty. Let's make her big. Wait for it. Orla the Aged One. This book is so good. This book is ridiculously good. Alright, to the game. This guy has heals and damage. Alright, so they are staying around, so that's rather nice. Looks like we got some turns before they're all by themselves. They must survive. I'm most worried about... Actually, I'm going to move them back if I got to keep them alive. And we are going to Headwind, deal damage and knock back a target 2 tiles. So that's a new ability I've not used before. Fire Moss. Fire is always good. Let's just stick with that for now. Eee!